Hello, everyone, and welcome to this next talk chat about rituals. And the reason I'm laughing is because I'm having a bad hair day, and it just doesn't matter what I do with it. It's just so you're just going to put up me looking like this today. I apologise. Hello and welcome. So today's little chat is going to be about doing a witch bottle to de-stress. And the reason I'm not doing the full making of it in front of you is because Rachel has already done a beautiful recording, which is attached to the blog that goes along with this, but can also be found on her YouTube channel, Rachel Patterson, Witch and Author, on YouTube. So you can watch that to see how to put a witch bottle together if you've never done one. So this is literally going to be, again, taking a ritual and unpicking it. The ritual itself is from Curative Magic by Rachel, and again is beautiful. It even for me who doesn't like a lot of words, I would do this in its entirety with a few alterations because I want to make it my own. But this is looking at getting rid of the negativity, the stress, and everything else. And witch bottles are great for that because they absorb negative energy. And if you put them together in the right way, which you'll see in Rachel's little video, you put in the things that absorb the negativity, but you also put in the things that will put out positivity. So it's a great balance, and you can have them that you don't have to just do it for de-stressing. The one that Rachel actually shows you is for home protection. Principle is exactly the same, how you put them together. But you can do them for protection, you can do them for happiness, you can do them for love, you can, whatever your intention, you can do a witch bottle. They are very, very versatile. Do they have to be big? No. So if you've got a good sized jar and you have enough ingredients to go in it, fine. If you live in a small environment, or you live in a bedsit, or you just haven't got the space, a tiny little, those little jam jars that you get when you go out for afternoon tea, that you pop it, if you're like me, you pop the empty in your handbag or pocket. That is just as adequate and just needs a pinch of each thing. It doesn't have to be huge. Size, in this instance, does not matter. The actual energies of your ingredients will be exactly the same, whether it's a pinch or a tablespoon. Your intention is what is important. So it doesn't matter how much or what size. Do it to suit you and what you have to hand. So I'm going to have to read this because I'm not going to remember it all because it is quite long. And as I've already said, I'm never have been terribly good at doing rote, where you learn things by rote. My brain just can't. My brain will hang on to the most strange things, but not not something that I've got to recite. So in this, Rachel suggests calling on the goddess Ceridwen because her cauldron is a representation of transformation and rebirth. So it's by doing this bottle, the bottle is a representation of the cauldron. So you're filling your own cauldron of magic to help to alleviate your stress. And Rachel does say, I've given ideas for the contents, but go with what you've got and your intent, your own intuition as to what you want to use. So she suggests that you need a small dish of salt, a small dish of soil, incense, small dish of water, one central candle to represent Ceridwen, matches lighter, clean jam jar with a lid, items to fill your bottle with, such as dried rice, flour, nails. Now, at this point, I would say if you don't have any nails, use pins. If you haven't got pins, thorns. Find a friendly rose bush that will donate a couple of thorns for you, or a hawthorn, or a blackthorn. But with hawthorn and blackthorn, be very respectful when you ask, and make sure that you do get a yes. Roses tend to be more giving. Blackberry. You've got a blackberry growing somewhere as you're on your walk. Ask it very nicely if you can have some of its thorns. Just go with thorns. If you haven't got nails, go with pins. No pins, thorns. Find thorns. They're all over the place. They grow everywhere. Where did I get to? Oh, yeah. Pebbles from your garden or your immediate environment. Leaves, piece of string, dried herbs. And Rachel has suggested basil, chamomile, and lavender. And something to eat and drink. Now, also further down, she also says about perhaps adding in the odd dust bunny, because let's face it, we've all got them. Move your chair, you'll find a dust bunny. So incorporating a dust bunny or a cobweb or something else from your environment can be useful. So why those ingredients? Well, the flour, the rice, lentils work. Any dried pulses would work because they're absorbing the negativity. They are sucking that energy in. So you think about lentils and how much fluid they take. Rice, the same. You could use dried pasta. Let's face it, it's flour in a pasta shape. So if you haven't got flour and you haven't got anything else, but you have got some dried pasta, use dried pasta. It's that sucking all the negativity in. And let's face it, once the water is in, those ingredients, the water doesn't come out again. And that's the idea. Sucks the negativity in and then keeps it contained for you. A good plan is when you're going through your cupboards and you find anything that's out of date and can't be eaten because it is so out of date, if you've got room, tuck it away in a different cupboard or in a different place, box under your bed, wherever. And then you can, those are the items that you can use. You don't have to use in-date stuff for this. You can use out of date. So, Rachel then goes on to give you the full ritual, which I'll sort of go through. What I will start by saying is that if you are doing this in your home, this is me now. If I were doing this, I'd be doing it in my home. My home is protected. It has wards and boundary. So I probably wouldn't do a full circle casting and calling in the quarters. I would probably just say what my intention was, that I was about to make this witch bottle to help me de-stress, and that could my guides come in and help me. And then I would, if I was going to call on Ceridwen, I would ask Ceridwen. Just because Rachel has written this, you can do it exactly how she's done it. But as Rachel will say herself, make it your own. So if you would prefer to work with Hecate or I want to say one of maybe Bridget, or yeah, maybe Bridget. Bridget is very protective and nurturing. So if you want to call on somebody else, you don't have to call on Ceridwen. You can call on somebody else if you want to, or don't. Make this your own. So yeah, for me, I possibly wouldn't do the full circle and quarters calling because I'm in my own environment, which is protected and warded. However, what is written here is that before you start, you place those little bowls. So the bowl of soil in the north, turn around so that you're in, and then place the incense in the east, the water in the candle in the south, and the water in the west, so that you've got them at each place. And then cast your circle. So you can either walk round clockwise, do yourself, or you can stand and just go around, or you can just visualize doing. You can do this visualizing. You don't actually have to put the bottle together. You can do the bottle by visualizing it. If you're very confident with your visualization skills, there's no reason to actually do a real bottle. You can actually just visualize doing this and placing the bottle. Anyway, so you walk around your space, and then Rachel gives a lovely little circle chant, which is circle of light, circle of peace, circle of protection, circle this place. Calling in the quarters, again, equally nice and simple. Element of earth. So you'd again, so where your little dishes are, you'd face the dish for north, the earth, the soil, little dish of soil. Element of earth, bringing stability and grounding. Please join me in this place. Blessings of earth. Turn to the east. Element of air, bringing peace and clarity. Please join me in this place. Blessings of air. Turn to the south. Element of fire, bringing energy and passion. Please join me in this place. Blessings of fire. And then to the west. Element of water, bringing emotion and calm. Please join me in this place. Blessings of water. So in this space, you'll also have your central candle. So you light it at that point if you're calling in deity. So if you're not calling in deity, you don't need the candle. Unless you want to have the candle. You can have the candle. You don't have to call in deity with it. You see where I'm going with all of these? Do what you do. So anyway, so you'd light your central candle, and Rachel's words are, I call upon the strong and compassionate goddess Ceridwen and ask that you bring your strength, guidance, and courage to assist me with this rite. Blessings to you. See, nice and simple. And then you get all your ingredients in your jar. And at this point, you need to, so Rachel hasn't even given you words for this. What she has said is, you get everything together and then you ask Ceridwen to give her blessing to your cauldron. So this is where you are going to have to think of your own words if you're calling in Ceridwen or somebody else, or if you have called them in. Because obviously they need to know what why have you called me? I'm sitting here. Why am I here? So you need to actually say to them. As you take each ingredient, you charge it with your intent just by holding it. And you can either say it or think it. So your intention for this is the dispelling of negative energy to de-stress you and your household and bring in protection. After you've done that, you put it in the jar. Just keep going with all your ingredients until you get to the final piece, which is the piece of string. And here, Rachel says to tie 3 knots. So 1, 2, 3. With the first knot, I rid myself of stress. With this second knot, I dispel stress from my life. With this third knot, I seal the deal. And drop it in the jar with all your other ingredients. If you've still got some more ingredients, you can put some more on so it's nice and full. Screw the lid on the jar, hold your jar in both hands, and then say, With this witch jar held by me, I remove all stress and negativity. So mote it be. There you go. Done. Then you can sit your jar in the middle, have something to eat and drink, have a chat with Ceridwen or, whoever else you've called in. And then you close. My thanks to you, great goddess Ceridwen, for your strength, courage and wisdom. Please continue to guide and support me with blessings and thanks. Then you turn in each direction, going backwards this time. So element of water, my thanks for lending your energy today, blessings of water. Element of fire, my thanks for lending your energy today, blessings of fire. Element of earth, my thanks for lending your energy today, element of Element of earth, my thanks for lending your energy today, blessings of earth. And then to close your circle, if you've done one, so you're going to walk anti-clockwise this time, or visualize anti-clockwise. Circle of light, circle of peace, circle of protection, circle this place. This circle is now open but never broken. And then Rachel suggests that if you've got some of your drink and food left, you pull that out and leave it for the birds as an offering to Ceridwen and to nature. Snuff out your candle. So if you use a decent sized candle, you could reuse it for the same purpose. You can reuse candles for the same purpose. I've never successfully worked back in the day because I'm like that. I did try once, I think. Yeah, it was only once. Because I'd been told you couldn't reuse a candle, and I thought, well, I'm going to give this a go. So I did, and you can't. I can't. So yeah, whoever it was that told me you can't, they were right. But I had to do it for myself. But yeah, but you can reuse them for the same purpose. So if you know you're going to be doing this again, which you are, because you're going to know that when the bottle has filled up with negativity and you need to swap it out, because you're getting stressed again. So if you are in an extremely stressed state, then I'm hoping that you have gone to your doctor, you have asked for help and support in the mundane, but you may find that you need to redo your bottle more frequently to begin with. So it might be an idea to keep your candle somewhere safe so that you've got it there when you want to use it the next time. The bottle needs to go somewhere centrally-ish. Doesn't have to be on full view. If you want it hidden away, that's absolutely fine, but it needs to be somewhere where it can do its work. So it can't be stuck in the back of a cupboard. It needs to be somewhere, just you don't have to have it on full view if you don't want to. And that's it. So again, get the book. Brilliant book. Lots of rituals, lots and lots of information on self-care. But yeah. Again, I hope this has been useful. Please leave me a comment to say whether it has been useful or not. Because as I said in the last one, I can waffle for England if I need to. But there's no point if I'm not actually helping anybody. So I will see you again.